What's up, guys? We have driven 7 hours to get here just before sunset. We're in the Badlands of New Mexico. We've come out here because it's a place that I've wanted to come to for such a long time. We didn't quite make it for sunset, but what we're doing here is there's a couple of places that I want to try and look for. I don't know exactly where they're at. There's some hoodoos out here, and there's also a place called the Alien Egg Hatchery, or the Cracked Egg. I think there's a couple of different names, but I like Alien Egg Hatchery the best. So that's what we're going to be looking for here. We've just set up, and one of the things, if you guys have watched this channel, we were looking at a rooftop tent, and we went to go rent one to see if we liked it, and our roof rack had some issues, so we got one of these.
We got the luxury version here.
We got the luxury version. It's a trailer. We can sleep inside, but it also has a rooftop tent up on top. We're obviously going to sleep inside here. I'll give you guys a quick tour. And as you can see, it is super nice. So we will definitely be sleeping in here. And we got a little cooking area, but of course, the way we kind of camp is we just have a jet boil. They have like a whole stove set up in here. Absolutely awesome. Awesome little setup here. And we probably made a mistake by doing this because we're going to get spoiled and not even care about the rooftop tent after having this trailer. So this was probably a bad idea. But we're going to get some sleep tonight, and then in the morning we're going to hike out. Yeah, so we'll see you guys in the morning. Well, we keep hitting dead ends, so we have the GPS coordinates of the area that I wanted to look at, but and we're using an app called maps.me or maps.me that shows there's a trail here, but there's literally no trail. And because these are badlands, we keep hitting these dead ends where we can't get up over these formations, so we have to keep walking around. Luckily, we have a full moon out tonight, which really helps being able to see. But we're running out of darkness here. You can still start, it's starting to get light up on the horizon. So now we're trying to make our way around these rock formations, these places we can't get up over. And yeah, of course we got no signal out here, and the GPS seems to be jumping around on us a little bit. But I think we're gonna be okay. We have 2 locations to look for. If we find one of them, that's the one we're stopping at. We're gonna try and photograph sunrise, but we still have sunset. So we're gonna keep on looking, and hopefully we're going to find it here pretty soon. Okay, we have a success. We have found number 1 on our list of locations. We found the Alien Egg Hatchery. You guys have got to see this place. Now, the sun is rising up behind us here. We have this little hill, so it's going to kind of block that sun right when it rises. But we have some clouds actually over here, so these clouds are probably going to light up pretty good. But look at this place. This place is absolutely fantastic. Now the trouble is going to be trying to find a shot that looks really cool. Everything's chaotic. There's just these rocks everywhere, and all of them have these really beautiful patterns, so it's going to be really tough. And then also trying to take in consideration the clouds, because I want to be facing the clouds because those are definitely going to catch color. So the yeah, so that's gonna be tough. I'm gonna set the camera down now, see if I can find something, and then when I do, I will get back with you guys. So one of the things I hate about these center columns and the tripod is they're so unstable. But I have my tripod set up and I have the legs all the way extended, and I wanted to get a little bit higher because when you're down a little bit lower, you lose the midground of these fascinating formations here in this midground. You got this kind of leading line going out, and we got some clouds kind of moving in. You guys can see behind me here, we're getting some color. There's no clouds towards the horizon where the sun is coming up. So what I'm trying to do is catch these pink clouds as they're coming over the horizon here, coming in from my right. I wanted to get up a little bit higher to make sure that I have all the focus on the foreground and the midground, because that's where really all the texture and all the really interesting shapes are.
I want to talk you through what I have set up right here. What I'm using is the rule of odds, which means whatever your subject is, you're not choosing an even number, but an odd number. So like 3 or 5 or 7. And what I have here is the number 3. So it is 3 of these cracked eggs here in the foreground. And I have a bunch of rocks in the midground that gives me some interest in the midground. And then the beautiful colorful sky. And also the rocks in the midground, they shape a triangle or a funnel. Everything leads you into these 3 rocks here in the foreground. And also what I'm doing is I'm using my wide angle lens here because I'm very close to my subject, and I really want to accentuate my subject here. And I'm using a filter. This is Brandon Vanson's filter. Thank you, Brandon, if you're watching. Stole it from him. I want to talk to you about my settings. So right now I am at f10 because I want my photo to be sharp from top to bottom, and that's the sharpest aperture of this lens. And then I'm at an 1/8 of a second and ISO 100 and 2-second timer. That's it. Mission number 1 is accomplished. We found the alien egg hatchery and had some, great time there.
A big thing with us, we love sci-fi movies a lot. So seeing this alien egg hatchery thing was kind of a big deal for us. That's why it was number 1, because just seeing stuff like that is always really cool. A science fiction kind of overtone to it. So absolutely beautiful place. So I'm so happy with the conditions we got were pretty good, and just a super cool place.
So where we are headed this afternoon is mission number 2, which is Hoodoo City. And I'm sure it will be the same amount of struggle to get there as it was to, find the alien egg hatchery. Time to head back to the truck and have some second breakfast, which, by the way, comes from Lord of the Rings.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
And that's another sci-fi, I guess, little hint about us. And yeah, so see you over there.
It's a cool hard world outside my window. Ooh, where people don't know which way to go. I breathe you in 'cause you're sensed it on my pillow. Oh, I stay home with you in my head.
So we decided to call an audible and not go quite down to where Hoodoo City was, or to kind of look for Hoodoo City. Instead, on the way back from our sunrise shoot, we decided to stop in this area that was so interesting, and there's hoodoos everywhere. I don't know if you guys can see behind me here. There's just hoodoos and cool rock formations everywhere. So I think we're gonna just stay here for sunset. The problem is we have towards the sun is where all the clouds are coming from, and there's like 0 clouds that way. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I'm a little worried about it, but we'll make do. Now we've left ourselves plenty of time to explore this area, dial in our compositions here, and maybe pick 2 or 3 different subjects, 2 or 3 different photos, and because there's so much to shoot here. All right, we found our Star Destroyer. This is a cool photo, I think, and not even really a photo, but just kind of a cool thing. Looks just like one of those Star Destroyers on Star Wars. Check it out. All right, guys, well, I found my composition. I am putting all my eggs into one basket with this shot. I found a little S-curve with some striping on this rock formation here. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little scene. And I'm using my wide angle lens, going super wide, and I'm shooting right into the sun. There has been some clouds now. They're starting to come in, which is really nice. I'm gonna try and get that sun just as it's breaking the horizon, shoot it at f/16 and get that sun star. And the problem when you're shooting right into the sun is you're gonna get a real bad sun flare. So what I've had to do is put my fingers in front of the lens and take a couple of shots blocking out the sun with my hands. That way it gets rid of that sun flare. And then taking more shots, and I'm having to focus that because I am right up on this subject. And then I'm gonna have to take another shot when that sun breaks the horizon there, get that background shot, and hopefully get some color in the sky. So I think this is gonna be really nice. We've been here for about an hour and a half now. The sun's probably maybe another half an hour before it sets. So yeah, plenty of time to scout around, and I've just, like I said, I put all my eggs into one basket with this shot and really fine-tuned it, and I think it's going to be really nice if I can get that sun star. So yeah, I'm going to wait here right now until the sun sets, and let's go see what Chris is doing.
Waiting for a sunset.
Oh, me too.
You too?
Uh-huh.
Hey, what a coincidence.
Uh-huh.
So today seems to be the day of the threes. I have another composition with 3 elements in it, and another one with triangle or a funnel again. And what I did is I was looking around for something that would line up with the clouds in the background, because there's not a lot of clouds in the sky right now. So I wanted to be sure that my subject is, like, you know, in the foreground of the beautiful purple sky that we hopefully will have tonight. And yeah, so let me show you what I got here.